Starum Sound.
I like it. I love it. This is the best thing ever.
I'm Ioan Morris.
And I'm Geoff Roberts.
And this is the new Recommender.
Join us for a new 10-part podcast series starting in January,
when we'll be recommending something we can all agree on. Food.
Food, glorious food.
The new Recommender with Ioan Morris and Geoff Roberts.
Listen on Starum Sound.
Welcome to the Yule Recommender on Starum Sound, hosted by me, Ioan Morris.
And me, Geoff Roberts. We hope you enjoyed our first Christmas present for you all there, the advert for our new series starting in January.
We did say we'd wait until the new series started to reveal the theme, but Dave PA sent over that edit and we just couldn't wait to share it with you all. The guys at Starum Sound were totally on board too. So now you know the theme for all 10 episodes of our next series will be food.
Oh, yes, what a theme. I'm going to take the credit here. That was my suggestion. But we've got so much good stuff planned. We haven't started working it just yet, but it's going to be a fun time. I can guarantee you that.
Absolutely, yeah. Like Geoff says, his idea, I had something else in mind, but the big bosses chose what they chose. So that's what we're going with. And yeah, I've really come round to it now. But anyway, that's all in the future. That's for 2024. But right now, we've got a Christmas episode to be getting on with. Always a favourite. So shall we crack on with our festive Q&A?
Let's do it. Yes, we've had loads of questions. Lots of very thoughtful, in-depth questions about the podcast itself and lots of silly ones too. So we'll try to mix it up. Shall I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, this is from Tom in Chester, who says, big fan, long-time listener since episode 22 of the original run. He asks, now that you're back under the Starum umbrella, why can't you go back to being the recommender instead of the new recommender?
Great question, Tom. Thanks for sticking with us all this time. Appreciate your support. Okay, so same as with all the episodes from the original run, the name The Recommender is tied up in Starum Audio, which, as you'll know, is a dead company. The name, the episodes, the intellectual property, we just have to let all that stuff go. I can't pretend I know everything about Starum Media, the overall organisation, or, you know, how these big companies work. But Starum Audio is gone, and now Starum Sound is the new subsidiary. I think that's the right term. And for that to be all above board and legal, it has to be a fresh start in every respect.
We did have another question here from Christine about Starum Audio Studio and the fire, but we just can't talk about that any more than we have.
No. I was told I already said too much last time, and that's in the hands of lawyers now.
Yeah, I think what we can say is that there is an intention to develop that land. John Starum still owns the land, so they're going to use it for something else, but not another studio or anything like that. Anyway, moving swiftly on, a question here from another John, our good friend John Haining. We got an email from him this morning, and he asks, am I still your lawyer?
Who's he asking?
This is in relation to the show, I believe. It says, re the podcast in the subject line. To be honest, I think he was a little bit upset when he heard the autumn update episode because we hadn't told him about Starum Sound.
Right. Well, maybe this is a conversation for off the air, but as far as I'm concerned, no, he is not our lawyer anymore. He was there to deal with a specific situation, and that situation is now resolved. He's still your lawyer, as far as I know, yeah?
Yeah.
There we go then. Another question here from, can't see a name, sorry, but they're asking, what's the deal with the Starum Sound deal versus the Starum Audio deal? Another business question. Geoff, I don't know if you want to answer this one.
Sure. So, full transparency, it is less favourable than our previous deal, the one we had as the recommender. That deal was built on audience size and being an established podcast and so on. Our current deal is for the new recommender, and this is only episode 14. So, as a consequence, we've been given a beginner level contract.
Yeah, in fact, what's ended up happening is that we're also paying a bit for admin costs, marketing expenses, and a few other things. But that's not the fault of Starum Sound. That's market forces. That's the state of the podcast game at the moment. But as I said last episode, them doing the distribution and promotion is a significant benefit, even if it is taking 25% off an already reduced contract. Okay, I think that's enough for the business questions now. Here's something a bit lighter from Philippa, who says, hearing you both talk about Geoff's tray bakes earlier this year made my mouth water. Any chance your fans will get to try them?
Well, Philippa, thank you. I can say that there are plans. There are discussions. Things are definitely happening on the tray bake front. The hope is that you and everyone else will be able to sample the tray bakes at some point next year.
You were just telling me about a new Christmas recipe.
I was hinting, yes. So actually now might be a good time to do the present presentation.
For anyone who's not familiar, the present presentation is something we've done every Christmas since we started podcasting. In the past, it's been in person, but Jeff's living up north these days, of course. So this year, we've sent each other a gift, just one, and we're going to open those now as we record this episode. Shall I go first?
I think you better had.
Here we go. Haha, yes. Well, I should have known. Almost managed to spoil the surprise myself. It is indeed one of Jeff's tray bakes. Looks amazing. Is this the new one?
That's right. Yeah, it's a bit of a tester, to be honest. But we've tried it at my house and we love it. It's a combination of tiffin and flapjack with mulled cranberries and Christmas pudding chunks.
Wow. I just unwrapped it and it smells incredible. Smells like Christmas. And I'm not sure there's going to be any left come December 25th.
I just hope you enjoy it. And I will be asking for some feedback when you're finished.
What a treat. Thank you so much, Geoff.
Right then, I'm going to open mine now. Oh gosh, yeah, feels heavy, sturdy. Oh, it's a bottle of some kind with a purplish liquid inside. Oh, it's gin. Oh, Morris brand gin. It says on the label. Is that Morris as in Ioan Morris?
It is, yeah. It's homemade. It's hedgerow gin. That's what I'm calling it. I went out and picked sloes and blackberries and all sorts of stuff from around where I live back in September, and 3 months later, that's the result.
I'm just going to crack it open here. Smells very nice. I'll be enjoying a couple of these over the next few weeks. Thank you. That's lovely. Shall we do a few more quick fire questions?
Let's do it.
Right. Favourite Christmas song?
Ooh, I'm probably biased here because he's a former guest, but Merry Christmas, Everyone by Shakin' Stevens.
Oh, yeah. Same here. We do love a bit of Shaky. What a legend. Favourite Christmas film? Well, mine is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. It's a film that I had a video when I was a kid. And then when my family was visiting York one weekend, York in the UK, not New York, my older brother actually did get lost for a few hours. And after that, we called him Kevin all the time. So it was a nice childhood memory too.
That's really sweet. Mine is a recent favourite. This might even count as a recommendation. It's a new film that I saw on Channel 5 a few weekends ago. It's called Christmas in the Cotswolds, and it's just really charming, and I think potentially a future classic. Okay, favourite Christmas tipple?
Ooh, so many choices. It might even be the hedgerow gin after this year, but usually I like a cocktail of some sort, I'd say. It's that time of year where I like to make a bit of an effort, so I'll buy 24 of those cans of mojitos or Cosmopolitans or whatever, stick them in a bag and do a lucky dip as an advent calendar, one every evening, all the way through December, and I look forward to it every year. How about you?
Well, you know this about me. I love a Peter Webb at this time of year. Peter Webb, if you don't know, was a British actor, and this drink was his invention, apparently. He wanted something to ward off colds and warm up his vocal cords before stage performances. So it's Cointreau, ginger and lemongrass cordial, a bit of lime, and then you top it up with soda or tonic, and it is delicious. Very refreshing, and at the same time, it feels absolutely right for the season.
And finally, what is your favourite app? Well, for me, I have to say that as of this weekend, it has to be the brand new Starham Sound app.
And for once, we agree. Yeah, me too. And what's even better than the app itself is that we get to give it to you, our listeners, as a second Christmas present. So if you want to be like me and Geoff and receive the gift of the Starham Sound app this Christmas, go to starhammedia.com/Starham Sound. And on that page, you'll see a download link. It's going to ask you for some card details, but the app is completely free. That's just some security stuff. Once the app is downloaded, your device will probably tell you that the developer isn't recognised, so go into your app security settings and click or toggle to allow the app to run. You're not going to find this in your usual app store. It's only available direct from starandmedia.com, but that little bit of extra effort will result in some big bonuses in the form of exclusive content, competitions, and lots more to come in future. There's nothing on there yet, but with a new series of The New Recommender launching in January and a whole slate of fresh Star and Sound podcasts to come, now is a great time to download the app. Give yourself the gift of the Star and Sound app this Christmas.
Get on it. You will not regret it. Well, that's all from us in 2023. We wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Nadolig llawen a blwyddyn newydd dda, as we say in this part of the world. Back in January, but for now, I've been Ioan.
I've been Geoff.
And this has been the Yule Recommender on Star and Sound. The New Recommender is a high-quality content production, executive produced by Ioan Morris and Geoff Roberts. Sound editing by Dave PA. Our theme is 2 for 1 Cocktails by Ramen Shackle.